Hold on.
Did you get that thing sorted out? Oh, yeah, we're live now. Shows live
We
on
are
my screen.
we are live now. I am trying to get me live up on the other TV real quick, just so I can see what is going on the backside. We're not going live.
I have just a little bit of phone interruption on my end, just for a second.
Okay, I don't know. Anyways, so we don't have anybody online right now with us, so that's good. I'm trying to get my TV going. This is a technical difficulty on my side. But so, how is Mr. Gale tonight? How was oh
Well,
Texas? Where'd you go? Colton's or Outback? Where'd you go to eat?
she drove. Technically, she took me. Ah,
Technically, she took you.
yeah,
Oh my God!
yeah. Technically, she took me, but we went. I took, and I paid for it though. By golly, we took care of Mother's Day dinner. By golly, yes, got that taken care of.
I guess as long
And
as you
we
get
are
the
just
hug at
now
the
about.
end.
Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah. Every night before we go to bed. You bet. Say our I love
Yep.
yous. Preacher always said. Say your love yous before you go to bed. You never go to bed with a chip on your shoulder, and things will always be good.
That's why
And
I
that
always
is
make
just
my wife sleep on the inside of the bed.
all right, Tony. We're gonna be a little light short here just for a second, but we're going to the house.
All right, let's roll.
And
While you do that, I'm gonna switch my screen over real quick.
why does it sound like? Why does it sound like that you're?
10 foot away.
Why does it sound like? Well, your voice is skipping out.
Well, I don't know why that is. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me
All right,
better?
I got my. Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
All right. Yeah, let's chit chat. Who all's on there? Who's following us? Who's following us
I don't know
tonight?
who's going on with it. I know I got at least one person on with us right now. So, but no, I did. I know you got on full pool here about a week or so ago to talk about your pool, and I kind of felt a little jealous because I know we're going to be shooting live at your event. So I wanted to get you on here and see what you had going on, see what you want to talk about.
Well, that was kind of a fast flying deal that Logan Stevens, who is a tractor puller and does podcasts live with Beer Money Pulling. But anyway, he had contacted me and wanted to know if I'd go live with those guys, and I said, "Yeah, why not? Shoot, let's have some fun." And so we did. But I knew that you wanted to do a little interview there, so it's all good. Anyway, I don't know where you want to start at, Tony. I mean, it's up to you. Ask questions. I'm good at answering questions. Otherwise, I'll just sit here and rattle. I'll rattle all night, and I'll rattle all night. We won't get nowhere.
Hey, the stage is yours, Mr. Lutz. And don't worry, I know how to pronounce your last name. So, yeah. So the stage is yours. So, with me, you talked a little bit. You want to talk about what the shootout is to you, um, what Cherish Farms is, and Cherish Farms is apparently a passed down farm from your parents or your family, and and I know the pool came from there was an old club around Lawrence, and now you took it over, and so I know if anybody's following you, following me, because I share what you have going on. They've kind of seen that a little bit, but tell me about Mr. Lutz. Who is Mr. Lutz besides truck driver that plays with tractors on the weekends?
Well, we got into tractor pulling back in '06 after I give up stock car racing in the '90s and off road racing in the 2000s. Decided I was going to come back to something a little bit different. So, wife and I had a visit, and we ended up selling the race car. And do what?
I said, hey, ain't no cheaper than a stock car.
Well, no, it just didn't work out for me. Too much repairs all the time. So, anyway, after talking with the wife, we decided that we were going to go get into something that I wanted to do when I was a kid growing up that father never had time to even think about. So
Hold
anyway,
on, who's echoing? There you go.
Well, you me at one time and you at one time. So again, I'm gone. What's going on? I'm sitting dead here.
I'm good over on my side.
Okay, we're back. Yes, that name came with my.
Hey, hold on. Hold the thought. Miles, move. Hold the thought. Well, I'm going to move you. Hold on. I gotta remove me. What the hell am I supposed to do? What the hell did my remote go? Oh, there it is. Nope, it was you, Gail. Hold on, y'all. A little difficulty over on Gail's side. Give me about 3 seconds and we'll pop him back up real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm telling you, if it's a wizard, it's a thing. But how is everybody doing tonight? So, as y'all just seen, we have a lot of technical difficulty with getting Gail up here. Gail is from Lawrence, Kansas. The Sunflower Shootout come June. You guys are going to see him being very, very proud of that pool, cutting her to happen. So, give me just a few seconds. We're going to get him back up on here and see what happens. Mr. Gale, Lutz, are you back?
I'm back. What happened to our communication? What happened to our connection there, Tony? Can you hear me?
What the hell do you mean move closer?
Hello? Can you hear me, Tony? Well, it says everybody can see and hear me. I don't know. Tony?
Hey, there you are.
Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, I can hear you.
Sweet. So let's move through. Everybody's back on YouTube. We did lose our one viewer, and I don't know where they went, but hey, if you don't want to stick around for technical difficulties, then I guess that's on you, I guess.
So you're
Can you
trying to
still hear
get
me?
things. Yeah, I can still hear you. You trying to get things adjusted better or what?
No, we're good. I'm good on
All
my
right.
end.
Well, all right then.
Oh, shit, wrong way. Hold on. Hey, there we go. I know. Technical advantages. I have a remote that I can move my phone up and down. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm holding on to my phone with my hand. So take that one, by golly. I'm all mechanical on my end.
I have my phone in my hand right here. It's 4 buttons,
Oh, there you go.
and I can move my phone any which way I want.
Well, all right. So where we going back to where we left off?
Hey, have at it, because while you were off, I tried to jump on a little bit and let them know that, who you was. We're in Lawrence, Kansas, getting ready to be over there in June at the Lutz Farm. We're going to have a heck of a good time. So, hey, let's start where we ended. So you said you got out of stock cars to get into gardens. Is kind of where we
Yeah, I did.
were.
Well, I got out of off-road racing to get into garden tractor pulling is what I did. But anyway, no, I was explaining to you guys how my farm was handed down to me from my mom and dad, and how I referred to it as cherished acres because of what mom and dad did for me and my family. And so it worked out real well. And so cherished acres is how I come up with the name. And of course, then we got the stubborn mule that is going to be showing up here as if it's not raining. Then let's pray for no rain. So anyway,
listen, you guys have one pull that I look forward to every year. So, it's you guys, the state fair. It's you guys again. There's a couple other ones, but we won't mention them because they have their own podcast, their own thing going on. So, but yeah, no, we do. We look forward to you guys every year. And I know last fall we had some technical difficulties. We weren't able to show up. But hey, this year, Gail, I will show up in a swimsuit to get my free hooks. I didn't do that last fall.
Right. Now that was a threat that you told me last year. I don't know if I want to be around.
Hey, this body does not look good with clothes on. So,
I'm telling you, I can about imagine. I will say no more.
Yeah, by God, you may just say give a free hook and just come with your clothes on.
Oh, there you go. But so no, everybody out there, this deal that I've got going on here was generated 4 years ago, right after COVID was on the downhill trend. And the first year that I had it out here, and I had Michael Perry and the Stubborn Mule Sled, we only had the one pull that year, if I recall right, and that was on the very first year. And so then after that pull, a few guys got together. They throwed a challenge at me and wanted to know. They said, "Hey, let's do. Would you consider doing 2 events, one in June and one in August?" And I said, "Sure, why not? More the merrier." And so anyway, but they said, let's throw a twist in it. And I said, "Okay, what are we going to do?" And anyway, they said, so let's take both nights, total the distance, and may the best man come out on top.
Yeah.
And they said, let's call it the Sunflower Shootout. So that was how the Sunflower Shootout got started.
Okay.
We are now at our 4th annual, coming up here in June. This will be our 4th year. This event has it's been growing every year. I got vendors that come out. I've got some ladies that love to do this kind of work and making homemade pie and good victuals. So we've got everything covered. I mean, I've got a lady that's dealing with some of the best Wisconsin ice cream that they can produce up there, I guess. And she'll be here with her little ice cream wagon. And so then we take and I've got to put hats off to my team that makes this all work out. I do a lot of track preparation myself. But then I come back and I've got a man that comes out of over by Tipton, Missouri, Chris Monsees, and he does a real fine job at helping overlook my track. And then I've got another gentleman that throws in there and helps me all evening as well, which then that kind of takes a little pressure off of me. As far as
it all relates to, and a lot of guys like myself, being here in town, is we think, hey, I can get a hold of Perry or Sleeper or Branson area or Midwest Missouri, whoever is around me, and I can call them and say, hey, I want to rent your sled. I want to do a pull. Hey, that's great if you have that money. But like you're just saying, is there's a lot of work behind the scenes to get to that point to put a pull on.
You bet.
And you do a fantastic job.
You bet. It starts.
I haven't heard anybody complain about your pull.
You guys that know me, you guys may think I'm goofy, but we have this pull in August, and last year it was, oh my gosh, it was pushing 100 degrees out, but we managed to pull that evening off, those 2 nights. But don't kid yourself. Even when this show's over, I start working on next year. I start working on who's going to be here, who's going to help out, who can I count on? The whole deal continuously rolls year round through my head as to how can I make this event better. I have over the last 2 years, I think that's been 2 years, I have gotten inquiries about, pit lighting. Well, I've come back and answered to everybody. I almost got better pit lighting in the pit area than I do down the track now. It's kind of a funny thing, but it's the truth. But it's all good. We are lit up here, very, very well. So, what's that?
I want to know, Gail. I want to know that Sunflower Shootout guy, and that was one thing that me and you talked about is you're proud to listen to the pullers. You're proud to listen to the pullers and see what we have to say, and you accommodate for that, and for the everybody, because we are pulling under the lights when we come to your place in June. I don't know about August, but in June we're pulling under the lights, and the pit lighting is absolutely amazing to have, because a lot of venues, they want to pull at nighttime, but they have one spotlight, and you just hope you're parked next to or close to that spotlight. And that was one thing we talked about a couple of weeks ago, is you went through and you put your property, and you went through and put lights out for the pits, and that's amazing.
I basically ran a hot wire almost 360 degrees on my property and put in big 40-foot power poles and big LED parking lot lights up is what I did. But don't kid yourself, Tony. They were talking about how the lighting wasn't the greatest and how it wasn't very safe, and I am all about safety. So if we want to talk about safety, I want pants, I want shoes, I want helmets, fire suits for the alcohol guys. I'm all about safety I'm all about safety. You bet.
That's one thing right now, and me and you had that disagreement last year, that I'd never seen that post, and I showed up in shorts. Now, for the people that are saying, you just made this comment, and now Gail is saying this comment, the swimsuit comment is between me and Gail. That is it.
Yeah, that's a you tractor pullers watching this thing. This swimsuit deal is a complete joke between Tony and I. Don't worry about it.
Please show up in pants, shoes, and have a helmet. If you do not have a helmet, any of us will be more than glad to lend you a helmet, a skull cap, something to be able to pull. Now, I will say, and I don't remember who it was last year, they were absolutely amazing to lend us a skull cap so we can go down the track. We happen to have a pair of pants in the wagon, so we can go down the track. But yes, pants, helmet are required for the Sunflower Shootout. I want to make that now, so nobody has issues when they show up that to see the live or see what me and Bubba are doing on our channels and whatnot. Because like me and you talked earlier, Gail, between the last flyer that you guys sent, the flyer you guys sent now, or a couple weeks ago, you guys have over 3,000 views. You guys are reaching from Missouri to the East Coast, down to Australia, I do not house or do not. Um, I'm not going to make the Australians show up. If they do, absolutely amazing. Because I did put out a post here, what, a month or so ago, that said I would pay for one hook for the for the longest person that drove to the Lutz pool, which is Sunflower Shootout. Because I'm absolutely um, um happy that you guys will let us be there. So, um, I'll pay for that hook, and hell, if Australians show up, by God, we're gonna have a heyday because them Australians,
Sure.
woo, them boys can party, and I know you have a bathtub ice down at the end of the pool. And them Australians may empty out before we even have a chance.
Oh boy. Well, all right. Well, all I know is I hope everybody is understanding how this sunflower shootout works because
Let's talk about
so
right
let's go
behind.
back. Let's
Okay,
go
so
back and let's go back and clarify just a few things. So normal payout is 80% payout per class. So the more tractors you get in a class, the better the payout's going to be. Now that's for normal payout, which will be normal payout for Friday night and Saturday night, per class.
That's for first, right? It's not for the top three?
Top three per class.
So that 80%, is divided between the top three.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So, and most tractor pullers, they all understand that now what happens with the sunflower shootout, you're already, when you sign in your class to pull, you're already signed in for that sunflower shootout. The only trick is to this whole deal is you got to be here both nights. And that's where I want to see guys show up for both nights, because that's where the challenge comes in, because you got to take that tractor and you got to try to get to the end or further than everybody else in your class. And then between Friday night and Saturday night, well, we add those together. And whoever comes out on top, well, there'll be a plaque, and gosh only knows what else might come in an envelope. Who knows? I cannot elaborate on anything. I'm still working it. I'm still working at bringing that good money in. So, we'll figure that all out as the time comes around. But that is how the sunflower shootout works. It's not, I grant it, Tony, if you show up Friday night and you take her down the end of the gate, down to the end of the track, and nobody else can even catch you Saturday night, well, by golly, you won it, so that's, you're just one of the lucky ones if you show up Friday night and you end up winning the doggone thing for Saturday night. That'd be amazing. I've never seen anything like that happen, but I don't know if it could. But
so what you're saying is it could ultimately be a triple payout for somebody. They could get first on Friday, first on Saturday, and with the shootout clause, they can get the longest footage, so they can get that third payout. So ultimately, three.
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay. Now
you are correct.
I do have a question, because we was there last year. We wasn't at the fall pool for you guys, but we have all of our stuff with us when we show up. Will you guys, and I don't want to jinx anybody that's watching, or anybody that'll watch later, and or anybody that shows up. But will you guys be able to have like a workstation Saturday? So if something happens, and I'll just throw it out there, say I have a crack in my frame, will you guys have electricity? And somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, you have a welder? Can I borrow it to go jump the electricity, fix my stuff for tonight?" Will you guys have that? Or a welder?
Well, I'll tell you what. I have. It's something that you pray that you don't have any breakdowns. Okay. One Friday night, an old boy lost his clutch, and he wasn't able to pull Saturday night if we didn't come up with some parts and was able to get him back together. Well, guess what? Old Gail had the parts. Gail helped him. We stayed up till midnight, 12, 1 o'clock, repairing a clutch, and they got it back in their tractor, and they pulled Saturday night. So they were very happy campers. I had a gentleman that had a mini rod last year, a year before, popped a broken axle on a Friday night, broken axle. So what I'm telling you guys, my track, and I have I'll continue with this, Tony. I'm on track here. I just want all these pullers to understand that when I strive to build a track, this thing's going to throw cigars at you. It is going to be, and I've had guys tell me, we had one track Friday night, Saturday night we had a complete different track. I have the kind of dirt that likes to change up a little bit. But all in all, I've had guys tell me they've never pulled on a better track than what I got. And it's the black dirt track with a little bit of clay mixed in. But you get that moisture content right. What happened, Tony?
No, I'm still here.
All right. But
Okay.
but you get that moisture content right, Tony, and you got some of the toughest, hardest pulling that is going to break something. If it's going to break it, you can break it on my track. I've seen guys break axles. I've seen a little bit of everything on my track here in the last 4 years. Why hell, I blew a motor last year in one of my tractors. And then Michael Perry had a couple issues with the sled. Wasn't nothing too drastic. Old Gale came to the plate, boy. We made it all happen. So I guess in short words, not only was I a sled operator, sled builder, and I know a little bit about Michael's sled, not everything, but I've helped him repair a couple of things, and we've, just to upgrade equipment and make it better for everybody. So it's been great. It's been a great working relationship, and for a small group, right here on my farm, why it's amazing what we can make happen here.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, and that's the part that you want, that you want to be able to have that challenging track, but you don't want to veer people off of going, well, Lutz has a hard track and I'm going to break tires or axles or whatever, because hey, it's a 2-day shootout. We can have an absolutely amazing track on Friday night, and like you're saying, it can rain or moisture or whatever, and come Saturday night, that can be a completely different track. Come Saturday
and
night.
a lot of, and I have had hats off to me because they've had two different tracks to pull on, each night, and it makes it a challenge. One night might be a driver's track, and the next night it might be a drag strip. But yet at the same time, it's all up to the driver to set up their equipment. So you're not going to set it up one night and expect that to work the next night. I can about promise you that. So yeah, it's a great deal out here. I've got plenty of pit parking. I've got, I've heard through the grapevine, I've got 3 RVs coming that they want to come down and park, because they have told me, they said, well, Gail, we never have time to visit after the pull. Well, my whole deal is I love to visit after the pull's over. During the pull, I'm running around with my head cut off, making sure everything's going like it's supposed to. But yet I got tractors of my own that I like to pull. So I got to keep everything, smoking along. But after this smoke all clears and everything, why, the fireworks go off. We have it's a short display, but hey, it's pretty. It's a celebration, that we're here and that we're having fun and we're free. The home of the free is what we are. We can do this, and that is something to be thankful for, guys.
Well, and ever since I started this channel, is we're on 4 different platforms. Now we may be on 4 different platforms, but something like we're on 12 different channels. So, and like I said earlier, is you may have over 3,000 views per channel, and and that's what I strive to do, because I've got family that's serving in the military. You may have family serving in the military, and when you go overseas or whatever the case may be, is you don't have access to Facebook, TikTok, whatever, but you may have access to YouTube, and that's why we're trying to bring all this to YouTube. So when we come to your place in June for the shootout, we're going to be exclusively on YouTube for what we're doing. So I look forward to every minute of the action, from when we show up to when we go to bed, and then we're going to turn around and do it again Saturday night.
You betcha. So, that is the plan. Trust me, that is the plan.
Now we'll tell you, I read your comment and I heard from you, because you're my little keyboard warrior. I made sure my flag was right tonight. Now, I did not make sure when I hit the record button, my flag would turn. Because to me, when I look at it, I'm like, hey, it's correct. I keep forgetting that when I hit record, it flips my camera around. So,
I'll be darned.
Jump in the comments about my flag. It is correct if your camera's down.
It is. Yeah, you're right. You are correct. Yep.
But yes, make sure to have the flag in the background of most of my videos. Usually you guys see it hanging over there. Tonight it's hanging over here. I was hoping to have it a little lower, kind of behind me, but hey, technical difficulties with the zip ties and where my phone's propped, so I wasn't able to do that tonight. So,
right, there you go.
But yes, no, I am absolutely amazed that you guys will allow us to broadcast the poll from your place in June on the platforms. with the TVs, the cameras, whatever case, and we look forward to it. So,
Well, I look forward to having everybody here, and like I said, uh, we'll go back to camping on site. Uh, the parking lot, the pit area. I'm all good with anybody that wants to camp out. The hotel rates, they seem to be swinging all across the board, Tony. I checked with one here in Lawrence the other night. They were about 265 a night
that's
for the
high.
weekend of our pull. Now,
Woo!
I don't. That's just one place, and it's all, and a lot of it. The way I'm understanding it, what happened?
No, I'm still here. Gail, you keep talking. Are you still there? Gail. Well, technical difficulties, y'all. If you guys can still see me,
I'm back. I'm here.
okay, you're back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry.
Can you see me, Tony?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right, I'm here, buddy. Yep, I'm here. So these motels that are in town, the rates are going to be swinging all across. I mean, well, don't get me wrong, guys. If I'm traveling and I want to go pulling, I guess I'll pay whatever I got to pay for a room, But that's why I'm offering up the parking lot or the pit area for those that want to bring an RV, camp out, pitch a tent, whatever the case might be. Just got to have your generators, mainly, to be able to power things up or do whatever it is that you're wanting. Other than that, I guess I've kind of, I got some of the,
I don't know why we jumped like that for.
It was echoing in the background.
Yeah, I got my second TV decided to kick on there for a second, and I didn't realize it was unmuted.
Are we good now? Are we all good?
We're good.
Okay. So yeah, I've got a real good scale cop crew checking hitches, trying to make sure lineups all good. Dennis and Jeannie are really amazing at that. And like I said, I've got a really good crew here. Michael's wife, she just does a wonderful job with the book work. I've been hearing that she is going computerized now, and that she is going to be able to keep track of the pullers a lot better than she has before. I'm really anxious to see, how that all works out.
No, you're really anxious to see that.
What's
because
that?
I said you're not anxious to see that at all.
Why is that?
Because that cost me another TV. Because, like, to my left, or to your right, I have YouTube going. In front of me, I have the live broadcast. And then underneath it, I have TikTok going. And then when we get there, I'll also be able to jump on Facebook on our other podcast channel, and then Jennifer, which is absolutely amazing, which is Mike's wife, she's going technical too. So I have all of this going on, and then Jennifer goes, "Hey, I'm going to do this." So now I got to buy another TV just for Jennifer, so I can see who's coming up. So when we're doing these lives,
This thing's going to intertwine. This is going to intertwine with your podcast then.
Well, not with mine, the wife, and she's not here right now. And
right.
Oh, absolutely, she will be behind the scenes of all of this. And I put out videos before the boss lady, which you have one too, Mr. Lutz. You've got a boss lady. Mike Perry has a boss lady. You know, of who runs the show behind the scenes. Yeah, so there's your boss
Wait,
lady.
man. Yeah, she's over there. She's listening.
Yeah. So everybody's got a boss lady. So yeah, and so we've got to intertwine, like you just said, we got to intertwine that to be able, so when people jump on the lives, they're able to see everything going on.
Sure.
And
This is gonna get interesting. If you're having an interesting night right there just in your garage with what you got going on, this will get real interesting once we get out in the field. You bet.
Absolutely. And like me and you talked earlier is me and you talked, me and a couple other people talked, and a lot of people don't know is I'm getting ready to go on the injured list because I've got a hernia and I know you've got one. Mine's going to set me back about 6 weeks, but about the time that I'm healed and ready to go is about the time of your pool. So you'll see me probably hubbling around and whatever due to the surgery. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Well, by golly, I know one thing. If there's a will, there's a way, and we will make whatever we got to try to do happen for sure. It's called work together, Tony, is what it is. And I have worked with a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people. And I strive real hard to try to make this one of the best pulls for everybody to attend. I know the first year that I had this, I know there was a lot of stumbling guys that I think the first year, that was when they really found out how tough this track was. But I will say this track of mine is a challenging track. The consistency changes all through the night. Okay. What it looks like at 6 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, when we're still getting to the end of something, the moisture's coming up. The track is gonna change. And I tell you what, guys, it's wonderful. It is wonderful. That's all I can tell you.
We can pull in that lower class, for the 900, 950, whatever, and we'll be pulling in the say 250 range. And then when the big boys show up, and like you're saying now, that consistency, that track change, somebody seen that Joe Blow with the stock 14 just pulled 200 foot, 250 foot, and I'm going to blow the gate. Well, like you're saying, that track can change. It can be a little more moist. It can be a little harder. And hey, by God, me and my 14 that's sitting right behind me, we may outpull that big tractor. So, I look forward to that. And you may have that different track consistency come Friday, and they're going, okay, well, the start of the pool is going to be this, the evening pool is going to be this. Well, come Saturday, that's a whole different ballgame because you can't plan for last night because tonight's going to be a whole different game, and
Sure.
that's what most of us look forward to. Is this is a learning curve of bring your sticks out, see where the hard dirt's at, see where the soft dirt's at, bring it to if I know how to do it, you know how to do it, with a stick with a nail on it, but maybe my boy doesn't know how to do it. So your track is an absolute amazing time to educate the younger pullers of how to judge a track.
That'd be correct.
Yeah, most of these tracks we pull Friday night, but we're going to pull them again next year. But you are a back-to-back night because you're a shootout. So we get to learn that. We get to learn how, tonight's this, we're going to disc it after we're all done. So tomorrow, it's a whole different ballgame. And that's what the boy learned, my boy, Butters, learned when we went to Illinois. Thanks to Mike Perry, by the way, for a stubborn mule, is me and my boy got to learn what that second night was all about. Now, we were in an indoor pool, but they disc it overnight. So it's a whole different ballgame. And so he got to learn how to measure the track. He got to learn how to read the track. Where's the soft spots? Where's the hard parts? And, we look forward to that. Or I do as a dad, going into that, well, for me, third generation tractor puller, which is Butters and my other kids, of how to read the track. And, not just be a spectator when your name is called. How do you go out and read that track? How do you watch your fellow pullers going down the track? Because I may watch you go down the track because you have a soft track. So you may pull the hot rods first, just put that track down. And then we're going to go to the kids class. And then maybe we're going to do open RPM because the kids class that track wasn't down enough. So we're going to go to the open RPM. And then we'll backtrack to the other deal. Well, hey, when that sled's going backwards, watch the track, read the track. Where's the soft spots? Where's the hard parts? And that's where it's amazing with what you have going on, or any other person that has a double header going on. So we can have that educational moment of how do we do this? How do we read this? What do we prepare ourselves for? Because like you mentioned earlier, you may have a guy that goes down with a tire. You may have a guy that goes down with an axle or whatever. And so you look at that of, hey, the track got hard towards the end of the night, but towards the beginning of the night, it got soft. So maybe tomorrow night, the track is soft, so we can look forward to that. But last night we watched as that track got harder throughout the night, and we're right in the middle. So as the track's going back, we have the Friday night results of how we looked at it. Are they the same as Saturday night? So not only hats off to you for having a double header, but hats off to you for us as the generational pullers going into the next pullers of how we can teach the next person how to read a track, how to look at a track, and whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm. You put her in good words, but just remember one thing: June on my track is it's kind of, shall I say, the dirt is just so moist. Okay, Now, as the summer heat hits it, when we get ready to do this deal all over in August, okay, when the heat hits that track, it changes real fast, guys. But that's in August. That's on down the hill. So what we got to worry about is rain right now, our spring rains that we're getting, and we worry about those. We worry about how I'm going to broadcast what's going to happen, a day or two prior to the event on Friday night. I'm reaching out to those guys. If they're watching any of this up in Wisconsin, I'm reaching out to you guys because, I know you guys got a 2-day, one long day to get down here from up north. But
one long day. Being used truckers. What is that? We're getting at Wisconsin to Florence, Kansas for lunchtime.
Now what now?
So are you buying lunch if we can make it from Wisconsin to your place before noon? I know it's going to be below this, but
they'd have to leave at 3 they'd have to leave at 3 in the morning if they want to be down here by noon. But it could happen.
You know darn well as I do, them Wisconsin boys are open trucks, and we can make it down here at lunchtime.
Well, I'll tell you what.
If you say you're going to have a hot bologna sandwich ready for me, I will send you a picture for me in Wisconsin the morning of, and then I'll be at your place by noon for a hot bologna sandwich.
Are you trying to tell me you're going to have deliveries up in Wisconsin Friday morning before our pull? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, no, because I'm telling you from what our conversation was the other day is, by God, my surgery, your pull is right at the end of my
that's
leaving.
Right. Okay.
So
I got you.
By God,
I got you.
I will hold you up to that bologna sandwich.
Well, by God, I might even have to throw a slice of Wisconsin cheese on it. Who knows? We'll make it better. That's my goal, is to always make things better down here.
Wisconsin boys, bring your Wisconsin cheese down with you. I will hang on the picture of me up there. And my God, that sounds like a damn good sandwich going on. So,
the rate we're going, it might end up being a club, some kind of a club sandwich. By the time we get done with it.
By God, I haven't had a good club sandwich for a hot minute.
Well, you bet. You betcha.
Yeah. So we talked about the shootout, and it's a triple header. You can win Friday night, Saturday night, and then the double header for the longest pull. We talked about you can bring the campers and the tents, bring your own generators because hey, you guys got to pay the electric bill just like the rest of us. So limited access to electricity is very, very limited. We've talked about the track preparation between June and August, and that's 4 different seasons. Well, 8, I guess, if you count it. That's 8 different seasons going on with that track prep. And what else do you have, Gail? What else do you have going on that maybe we missed besides the Wisconsin deal? And I know
I've reached out. I reached out to pullers in Wichita, out around the Keachai area, where I've got some friends out there. I've reached out to some friends of mine up in north of Salina. That have mini rods. I've got a couple motorcycle tractors, I don't know if he'll have the second one together, but a buddy of mine, Mark Holotic, he'll be coming back from Collier, Kansas. And that's a pretty long drive for him, but by golly, he makes her to here every year. So I've got, I would say that all in all, you know, the ones that love to come here, I've been asked to have more than just the 2 events. They wished I'd have one here every week, you know,
So,
because
can,
they just love to come pull here.
can I ask you a question on that then?
Yeah.
So, me and you talked a couple weeks ago? We talked about a week-long pool. If we can make that happen, would you be gracious enough? And I'm going to shoot out Fuller Ed in Ohio, and I'm going to shoot out Mr. C in Illinois. I'm going to shoot out Carl in Kentucky. Would you be able enough to house the finale for that week-long pool in maybe July? And that was something that you talked about, is starting in over here on Monday and ending your place on Saturday. Because that's what you just said is, you know, you want to do, well, you don't want to do more pools, but maybe so-and-so wants to do more pools. So would that be something that you would consider? I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, for one, when are you talking about? What date are we talking about?
I have no clue.
He's just
Oh, you're just throwing something out there.
I'm just throwing something out
I would have to say that well, Michael did mention one thing here the other day when we were having a discussion, but he said that he would let me know more about it later, but there was a possible shot at having a one-night pull here. Let's see, it's like September. It's Labor Day weekend, like September, Saturday night. But it was after the Billings pull or something that Mike was talking to me about, because of the guys that were coming back north from down south and wanting to know if I would host a one night pull here before before everybody heads on back, Labor Day weekend.
No, so my idea is, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. So we're gonna start in Ohio. So the Ohio boys, they're gonna start on Sunday night. So Sunday night we're gonna pull there, and then Monday night we're gonna pull Southern Illinois. Or Tuesday night we're gonna pull Northern Illinois. Wednesday night we're gonna pull Southern Missouri. Thursday night we're gonna pull Northern Missouri. Friday we're gonna pull Southern Missouri again. Saturday, Sunday we're gonna pull at your place. This was a conversation me and you had here a while back, because I've got guys that they like that NHRA fun pool. And, we want to go out and see the country. We want to go out and see that different tracks and whatnot. We understand that some may got rained out, some may not. But, we have a lot of guys. Well, I have a lot of people on the podcast channel that they want to do that, because they want to, they want to put mama in the passenger seat and go, hey, you was able to go on vacation, XYZ last month. This month, I want to go on vacation here. So I want to pull here. Tomorrow morning, we can go see this. Tomorrow night, we're pulling. Tuesday night we're going to go see this. Tuesday night we're pulling. And you get to see that Midwest culture. And that's where I want to get into it because Lawrence has their own like culture or thing going on. Maybe Ohio has their own thing going on. And I'll throw in the mix of Texas. Texas has a hell of a steak. And I know.
Well, they got a 72 ouncer down there at Amarillo if you feel man enough to eat it.
Well, by God, I'm man enough to eat it. Well, I'm man enough to pay for it.
72-ounce big old steak, man. You got to have it and the baked tater and you got, I don't know if there's a time limit on it or not, but by golly, I know I think they give you an hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour.
Well, I've been down there to that steakhouse in my travels, and I have seen an old boy try to devour that deal. And I want you guys to know that is a 72-ounce big old steak. That is huge. I have seen it.
Amarillo has that.
That's in Amarillo, yeah.
What does Columbus, Ohio have? What does Effingham, Illinois have? What's Southern Kentucky or Southern Illinois?
Kansas City's known for its barbecue. I mean, there's a lot of. Hey, I've got an old boy right up here, not 4 miles north of me, that's got a barbecue place, and Stanley James Barbecue right uptown up here. And I'll tell you what, Lawrence has got what, 3, 4 barbecue places?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think out loud here, guys, but yeah, Stanley James is one of them right up here closest to me.
Hey, Gail, you're going to talk to yourself. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
I got to talk to myself for 2 minutes. Well, now I'm stumped. Now I'm camera shy. Now I don't know what to talk about. Well, anyway, Stanley James has got some of the best barbecue here in Lawrence, as far as I'm concerned. As far as some of the other, we got Texas Roadhouse. They produce a mean steak. We got some good restaurants here in town, guys. For those that want to, go to town and have a good meal. If not, listen, I've got some ladies coming out of Topeka that are going to be here doing up for my concessions. They're planning on whooping up some homemade pies. And I've got them all on board. And I've got this wonderful lady that is willing to come out here with her ice cream wagon and about 7 different flavors or 6 different flavors of ice cream. And now it's not going to be a milkshake deal. She did tell me she's a little limited. She can make mainly dishes of ice cream with maybe some different stuff on top of it or something. But anyway, the wife and I've got to make a trip down there to her little ice cream shop in the little town of Eudora, Kansas, downtown, to where she's coming with her wagon up here, for my pull that weekend. Said she didn't have no problem doing it. I said, bring them on. So, like I said, I've got some nice things that are happening. And those that want to hang around, after the pull is over, then we can throw some shit around and go, man, I wished I'd have done that. I wished I'd have done that. But in the meantime, we might have to have a 12-ounce weight. I don't mention what might be in it, but we might have to have a 12-ounce weight.
Boy, I've been having 12-ounce weight talking to you.
Is that what you've been drinking? You've been having some 12-ounce weight lift? are you pre muscling it, getting ready for that, so you stay in shape?
Yeah, I gotta stay in shape for your pool.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That'll
That was
work.
that was actually one thing I forgot all about is you know, sorry, my damn dog was in the background.
No, that's all right. But
Um,
so no,
that
I've
was
got
about your
the
ice
only
cream pie.
the only thing that I require is when you guys come in my drive, I just require that everybody, sign an insurance waiver. They get a wristband. And so that is something that I require of everybody. It one helps give me a little bit of a head count as to how many people are here that weekend. And that also too, helps people understand that I'm trying to run a very nice show here. I I'm hoping that with some of the people I've talked to, I may have I hope I fill my bleachers plumb full, guys. I really do. I hope I fill them plumb full.
Your audience is free. Or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can come and watch this event free. It's I don't charge. I'm not charging for that. It's just that's immaterial. So I just want everybody to come out and enjoy the show. That's what it's all about.
oh, absolutely.
And eat some good food. And eat some good food.
And most of us, we're not shy of if you want to take a picture of our tractor or talk to us or whatever. Most of us ain't shy on, come talk to us.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if you're not a holder or you have questions or whatnot, all of us in that pit area will be more than glad to answer any question you may have.
Yep, absolutely.
Me and you may have talked about through this whole live of what is track conditions or what tires do I need or what makes my tractor shiny versus the next guy. So absolutely, if you guys are going to show up to watch us, not only are we going to put one hell of a show on, but come talk to us. Come take a picture with us. If your kid is interested in it, any of us will be more than glad to stand still to take a picture with your kid next to our tractor to give them hope that maybe next year or, the next fall, we're going to see them coming out here and putting on a show with us. Because are we competitive in our class? When it comes to that kids class, everybody, that kids class, you will see a whole lot of grown adults absolutely celebrating those kids that are the next generation garden tractor pullers or the big tractor if you have those at your track and
what is really the neat thing, Tony, is we allow these kids and the pullers that show up, we allow these kids to start pulling at 4 years old, okay? In a kids class. All right. So we offer a kids class. And that covers from 4 years old up to, I believe, 10 years old.
Now, does anybody need a birth certificate for that? Or is
what's that?
Fine? I said, does anybody need to bring a birth certificate for that? I have been to some places that
I don't think that'd be necessary. I think if their child is capable of steering that steering wheel, Now, I know Daddy's going to have to run the clutch. I know that Daddy will have to be there to handle the throttle end of it when it's all said and done. But
Or mom.
the thing of it is, guys, we got to keep the kids that are interested in doing this sport. We've got to keep that alive because, shoot you out, Tony. I'm cruising on 65. I've got pullers that are 86, 83. These guys, when you see these guys are going all out. And I'm sure that there's going to be more than just the two that I mentioned. So no, to get these kids started, to get them interested, they got to start small. They work themselves up, and shoot, it's fun going up against a little 10-year-old that thinks he can whoop you. Now, by golly, now that's interesting, Tony. And they have whooped me. I will be the first to admit I've had my fanny whooped by a little 10-year-old. Yes. And I think she was a girl on top of that.
Well,
I think she was.
I don't know.
So,
yeah, no.
So don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself when Daddy comes to play and he sets his child up, says, "Now, all right, you're going out there and you're going out after Gail." By God, I'll tell you what, they come to get me. They really do. And it's fun. I love every minute of it.
Oh, absolutely. So, is there anything that we've missed on any of this?
Oh, I don't know, Tony. I just know that we got to watch weather. I think that's very important. I know we're still 3 weeks. What are we? 3? Are we 3 weeks out or 4? 4 weeks. Okay. Well, we got time to get old man water with the water hose out of here. So,
well, that's where I put your initial post out of. We had 3 months to put vacation in for your guys' pool, and then you guys turn around and put the August pool out. So we are little over 30 days, or a little under 30 days. No, matter of fact, we're a little over 30 days out from your guys' pool. We have the one of the tractors we're building in the background. Your guys' tractors are good to go. A lot of guys are good to go. But hey, it's going to be one. Excuse me. We're going to be one hell of a good time when we come to your place in June. So.
Well, that's what it's all about. I mean, I've been told, I think Michael Perry might have one pull ahead of mine somewhere. I haven't looked at his schedule, so I'm not 100% sure. But
I believe south of Jeff City, and I can't remember what it is right off the bat, but we just seen it here about a week ago. It's a week here before, but yeah.
Yeah, June 6th in Bell, Missouri, guys. Bell, Missouri. June 6th in Bell, Missouri. That's where Michael will be. Now, granted, for me, I've got work to do here, Tony, to keep slowly getting set up, for this event. So yeah, this is where I'll be and trying to get things set up. So my pull will be the first one, that I will be attending. But after this pull, I hope that I can be able to stretch out with everybody else and attend other pulls, throughout the countryside. Anyway, that's my goal anyway. But as they say, Tony, these 18 wheels, if they don't keep a humming, the old the old ka-ching dollar bills, they don't keep coming in. So I gotta keep them dollar bills a rolling. But hey, I'll do the best I can wherever I can go.
So, I think we covered everything. So it's like you guys heard throughout the live. I'm going out on injury. I hope everybody is live, well, ready to go for the Lutz Farm. You guys seen him on football. You guys seen him on Bear Bunny. Guys, this pool is very, very, very attractive. It's getting a whole lot of traction from Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and hopefully we can get some boys in Illinois. Lutz puts on one hell of a good show. You guys ain't gonna want to miss this. We're gonna be there live under the canopy, shooting live. Everybody going down that track. We're gonna have pit coverage. We're gonna have pit access. We're gonna get the crowd in it. So let me know what we need to do, what you guys want to see. Let Gail know what you guys want to see, because Gail is going to put on one hell of a show come June. He's going to put on one heck of a show come on August. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys not want to see? And what you guys don't want to see? Do not say that, because we're going to call that the keyboard warrior, because everybody wants to have a hell of a good show. And like I said, we've got an open RPM right behind us. We've got a stock engine behind us. And come June, we're going to throw dirt. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be live coverage of the Lutz Farm, the Sunflower Shootout, come 12th and 13th in June. And come August
14th and 15th. Isn't it?
But
14th and 15th of August, I believe.
There you go, 14 and 50, guys, of August. And like you guys heard me and Lutz talking, hopefully within the next couple of years, we're going to have 1 week of pulling from Ohio all the way to Kansas every day, so we can see who does what, who has good food, because Gail just talked. Lawrence, Kansas has some good food. Kansas City has a damn good barbecue, so we can hit that from Missouri all the way over to Kansas. And Lawrence is, what, 30 minutes or so from Kansas City, so it's not far, guys. But hey.
Yeah, basically from the West 435 loop, coming across 10, I'm what, 35 minutes to my place, something like that, from the West 35 loop.
If you guys are joining us in June for the 12th and 13th for the Sunflower Shootout, like we talked about, there is a triple header. You can win money Friday night, you can win money Saturday night, and if you are the longest puller on the double night, you can win a triple prize. Let's show up, let's show out, let's have a good time. And if you guys need a camper or a tent, due to the Lutz, please bring your own generator, because they will not supply electricity. So, is there anything else, Mr. Gale, that you would like to talk about?
Oh, I think to sum this all up, I think it's been a nice visit. I think I hope that everybody, I know it's a long podcast, and I know that we've covered a lot of turf, but I'd say we've covered it, Tony. I think it's all out there. And if I think of anything, I'll be sure and let you know.
Well, that's why I wanted you up on this podcast. That's why I wanted to more or less pick your brain. I want to talk about your poll. I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about where you've been, where you're going, what you have in store for maybe next year, and what's going to happen this year. So I think we've covered from the past to the future, everything in between. And remember always pants, helmets, no swimsuits. That's between me and Gail. And if you see anybody 300 pounds in a swimsuit, just know that Gail is paying for my cook fee, and I will be the only person going down that track in a two-piece bikini because Gail said, and I will pay for anybody for the longest hook. If you are over 1,000 miles, I will pay for all. If you are over 1,000 miles, write this down. If you are over 1,000 miles, I will pay for all of your hooks up to 4 hooks per night. So, Gail doesn't have anything to do with that. We want that pit area full. We want the audience full. And hey, let's have a good time in June. 30 days away. You guys still have time to put in a vacation time. Let's show up Lawrence, Kansas for the Sunflower Shootout. Anything else?
Tony, for those that haven't seen the flyer, you have a copy of it. You've had it out there. I've seen it posted on your I've seen it posted on Facebook. I've seen a couple different. I've seen it on the Stubborn Mule site. Michael's had it posted. My wife, I know she's posted it out there. So all I can say to those that are watching and all, I just I just want everybody to come and have a good time, and we'll find a class for that tractor. Whatever you've got, we'll find a class for it somewhere. I mean, I don't think I've ever had to make anybody pull an exhibition pull just because they had an oddball, but you never know. You just don't know these things. But I do stress that 3 tractors to make a class. So whatever we come up with, we got to have at least 3 in that class. If not, we'll probably either pull exhibition with you guys or move you up a class and see how that works out. So, but I think everybody, Tony, you and I have been at this long enough that everybody knows what their motors are. They don't need to snowball the snowman. Everybody knows what their motors are. Well, let's just get them in the right class. Let's get them down pat to where they'll be competitive against the next guy. And then from that point forward, hey, it's all about throwing dirt and making noise, That's what it's all about. And having fun.
So we have pie, we have ice cream, we have fireworks, we have making the audience happy that they'll be there. We have the flyers shooting out on different platforms, and it's going to be a great hook coming June.
Now I haven't talked to my Tony. I haven't talked to my ladies yet, but those that are staying, I don't know if they're going to be cooking in their RVs or whatever, but I might talk to my ladies that are going to be doing the cooking around here, and I might have to see if we can't throw some biscuits and gravy together that, for the ones that are wanting to stay in the pit area. Because everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to maintain. So, I'm going to try to figure that out too.
Don't be talking about biscuits, gravy, and scrambled eggs on Saturday morning. By God, well, I may stay that double. I may stay the night, Friday night, just for a good biscuits, gravy, scrambled eggs.
I know a lady. Now you're going to laugh at me, but I know a lady, and she whoops up some pretty mean homemade biscuits, and gravy on top of that. So don't be surprised if there isn't a little bit of Amish something or other going on around here that weekend. So
Well, so there you have it. So not only are you going to win Friday night money, Saturday night money, but Saturday morning you may have some homemade biscuits and gravy with some scrambled eggs.
you just
Gail,
you don't know what's going to come out of this kitchen. Let me tell you. I'll just leave that as a secret.
what time would that secret be prepared? What are we talking, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m.? Because
Oh,
we're gonna be shooting the breeze Friday night, by God. If we're having some 12-ounce
well,
current,
if we're gonna be shooting the breeze and sipping on 12-ounce weights and enjoying the evening air after the pull's over, depending upon what time that closes. Now that I've seen some of the conversations shut down about 3 in the morning. So it can get I don't know, it can get very talkative around here after the pull's over with. Yeah, that's
well,
what I'm saying. It's a good time.
so we're gonna say Saturday morning we're gonna have some biscuits and gravy and scrambled eggs. And by God, we may have an old western breakfast going on. Is what you're saying?
You, you just don't know what might be happening around here. I'll know more. I'll put it this way. I will know more about all of that when I see how many campers and tents go up out here in my pit area. When I see
Hey,
all of that action and I know that they've got to eat, then we'll figure out the next plan of attack.
so hey,
And I will try to host what I can.
please bring your campers. Please bring your tents, so I can have some biscuits and gravy with some scrambled eggs for whoever. So please bring your campers and tents.
Oh, oh, this is getting good. Well, we'll just
The
figure it
price-
all out, Tony. Tony, a lot of what we've talked about this evening is just like driving that tractor down the track. We are riding by the seat of our pants. Now, I'm telling you, that's the truth.
You're
Huh?
damn straight.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I'm just.
we may shoot up a breeze for the last hour and 30 minutes that we've been talking, and we may have a rain out. I don't want to say that, but we 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 may have a rain
Well,
out.
you know what? I know one thing. If you don't get some sleep, you're not even going to be able to make it to cocktail hour after the pull's over because you're going to be sawing Z somewhere. You're going to have to get you some more vitamins going on. That's what I think.
Tonight or at your pool?
Well, tonight you better start tonight
By
because
God,
you're
you may not want to challenge me tonight.
Oh, I might not
Okay.
want to challenge you.
No, because like I said, we've got a mystery tractor sitting right behind me, and we got the 14 stock sitting in the corner, and I don't know where Butters is, and so yeah, we may pull up with some good tractors at your place come June. We're looking
Well, I'm
forward to
looking
it.
forward. I'm looking forward to it, Tony. I really am. I'm hoping everything stays together. I hope you don't lose no transmission, no rear end, or I hope you don't lose a motor or anything like that. But hey, that's pulling. That is pulling. So we just gotta just hush it on the breakdowns. We gotta hush it. Yeah. We gotta think positive about all this.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm thinking?
Yep. And
Yep.
we'll bring our wire welder non-gas with us. We'll bring our tow boxes with us. Everybody else is going to bring their supplies with us. Like Gail said, is we have worked and means to make sure we pull the second night. So, hey, let's have a good time and let's see what happens come June. So, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Shoot me up in the comments. Hit me up on Messenger messages, whatnot. Gail will be tagged in all this, and hell, call him. And you guys see the flyer going on, and so yeah, it's gonna be a good
Sounds
time.
real good, Tony. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. And like I said, I'll be live on Facebook. I'll probably start Wednesday. Because I start really watching the weather, real close out the week of. So keep an eye on Facebook, because that's where I'll show up at on my deal out here. I'll keep in touch with you, Tony. So anyway, we'll just have to keep an eye on the good old weather, man. And but other than that, I'm looking forward to all of this. I really am, man. And it's that time of year to where we have fun and shake off the old man winter bug. So yeah, the other night, one more comment, Tony. The other night, walking out across my place, the air temperature dropped 20 degrees from my house walking out toward the track. Temperature dropped 20 degrees. And I would have swore there was frost in the air. That was just a couple nights ago. And, three nights ago. But anyway, moral of the story is in June, it might be 80, 85 during the day. But I'm telling you guys, when the evening sun sets, the chill air will come up out of the ground, and you'll not only want a jacket, but that is where my track goes to work. So just prepare for just a little bit about everything is the way I can end this podcast. So
yeah, we'll be live at your event. We'll be live on several different platforms. Me and Gail has talked about, because Gail's not technical difficulties on his side. So he's going to see what we have going on. So yeah, no, we look forward to it. So hopefully the surgery for me goes about a week, and
well, just check out keep an eye on the comments, Tony, and then you and I will visit. I mean, I'm sure we will. So let's just keep up with everything that's going on, and we'll try to answer any and all questions that are that are coming about. And we'll try to handle it. We'll try to handle them as they come at us.
So
fair enough.
So, yeah. So is that everything you got to say, or?
I think so for this evening. I think we've covered a lot of turf, and like I say, my message goes out to all the pullers. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, and I strive to try to be a good host, and everything seems to have all went well in the years past, and that's the way I want to keep it going. And so yeah. On that note, Tony, let's call it a day. It's about 10 o'clock, ain't it?
Almost.
So
10.
Yeah, let's just get ready to call her a day. Everybody's probably wanting to go to bed back east. Who knows?
Probably.
So
yeah, no, we'll check in again when it gets a little closer. Like you said, you'll get a hold of me. I'll shoot up on the platforms of how the track's going and how it's going along, and we'll see how June's going to come with the circumstances of Mother Nature. So
That's all we can do is hope that Mother Nature plays along with us and gives us a good weekend. That's all we can ask for sure. So,
So, as y'all heard, that's Mr. Lutz with the Sunflower Shootout from Lawrence, Kansas, June 12th and 13th, August 14th and 15th. I have another hook. All of it is with the Stubborn Mule sled. And we look forward to y'all coming out and enjoying the time in June and August and having some good barbecue or biscuits and gravy with some travel days. If you got to bring tents and campers, please bring your own generators because they don't have electricity. So, yeah, we'll have a good time, Mr. Lutz, and we'll see you in June.
been a pleasure, Tony. Hats off to it. Yep. Let's call it a day.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Good evening to everybody. And let's keep our thoughts together.
Yep. All right. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm old.
Hold on.
I said I'm old. Hold on. Do. All right. You ready? All right.
Yeah. All right.
I'll see you next time.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. That's it. We're all done.
All right, buddy.
All right. See you later.
Good night. Talk to you soon. I'm gonna